Along with the Stones and the Beatles, Led Zepp are one of the great rock and roll acts responsible for the most amazing song ever written, Stairway to Heaven. And tonight, we have with us the two men responsible for that song, the driving force behind Led Zepp, who've got together recently to record their first album in 14 years. Please welcome Mr. Robert Plant and Jimmy Page. It's so nice to meet you after all these years. You've been in my head all this time, you know that.
I could feel it.
Yeah. It's been quite a scary thing.
Your head is humming and it won't go, in case you don't know. The piper's calling you to join him.
No Quarter. Let's talk about No Quarter. You've recorded a lot of this in Morocco with Noah tribesmen. Now, how do you get together?
We were really lucky, weren't we? We just went into a courtyard, sat down with them. There was all this kind of incense and stuff sort of floating around. In fact, it was a bit like Woodstock was way back.
Yeah.
And we just started playing with them.
Really?
And we had these visions, you know. It was remarkable, actually. It was really good. It didn't take very long at all.
And this is Jimmy Page immediately to your right.
He's a recovering character, all right?
You've said you'd like to perform with Moroccan trance singers who can teach you how to cut yourself, but you don't feel it?
Well, the Jalala, there's all these different forms of music in Morocco and North Africa.
Yeah.
And really, why am I doing all the talking?
I was about to say.
Because he keeps asking you the question.
Tell me about the Moroccan trance music.
We'd heard stories before about the Jujuka tribes people, and when they bring in the rites of spring, you know, Panathian feast, which just goes on for days and days. There's stories of them smashing bowls over their heads, starting to bleed. The next day there's not a scar or a mark or anything.
We have some footage of you playing with the Noah tribesmen in that very square. Let's check it out.
I think the deal is if you repeat anything long enough, something happens to you that doesn't normally happen. And the whole mantric thing with Moroccan, North African music is that the repetition of the rhythm, the riff, and the whole intention goes round and round. Like in Haiti, you're probably more familiar with it in Haiti.
Yeah, that's where well, no, actually, the shamans in Tibet do the same thing.
That's
where
right, yeah.
They work themselves up into this state where they believe they can see ghosts.
Yeah.
Jimmy, one thing that amazes me, the double neck guitars and also the triple neck guitars, I don't see how that works because you can only play one at a time.
I know. But not in Morocco, maybe. Maybe you can visualise more.
No. Oh, I see. So it's
no,
just
they're in different tunings. That's what it is.
So
it's not that technical, believe me.
It really, because I've often wondered if it's actually a show business thing or if it's the real thing.
No, it's a real thing.
The real thing. So you really
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, actually, I'm getting one made up with 8 necks. I'm going to get a wheelwright to make a big rim round it, and then I can do cartwheels off the stage.
Now that is rock and roll.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, on No Quarter, you've reworked a number of Zepp classics, but there is one classic that's not there. No, I just want to remind you of what a tribute we paid. Feast Your Eyes.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Tell me the truth, when Rolf Harris went to the top of the charts in England with Stairway to Heaven, what did you think? This was the sign of the Antichrist?
Well, you know, they wouldn't... Oh, no, you know, some of my best childhood memories have been watching Rolf.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you know they wouldn't put it out in America because there was such disdain. Everybody was absolutely furious.
Really?
I think you missed the best one. Fantastic.
No sooner do you say it than here it is in front of your very eyes.
Where is he?
Cue Elvis.
There's a lady all that glitters is gold. She's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows that the stores are up. With the word she can get what she came for.
Why is that your favourite?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to hide behind the curtains at home at Christmas, and I used to try and be Elvis. And I always wanted to be certain, a bit similar to that, you know, but I didn't want to sell pizza.
No, but it's so easy to be Elvis now, of course.
Yeah.
Before we go, Robert, I have to ask you, what does "If There's a Bustle in Your Hedgerow" mean?
You've got me in over a barrel now, or under a barrel.
I never touched him.
Cheers.
No. Shall I tell him No. I won't tell you the Freudian...
Cheers.
No. Shall I tell him No. I won't tell you the Freudian thing. But what it is, it's the beginning of spring. It's when the birds make their nests, when hope and the new year begins, and it's nothing to do with any of the weird stuff you've read about in America.
Oh, right. So,
Yeah.
so
It's the beginning of the new year.
Thank God, now we all know.
Jimmy,
In
what's
F.
your symbol mean?
Hey?
What was that?
Symbol mean on 4?
The symbol.
What, recovering Catholic?
It means frying tonight.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, I see.
Thank you very much for that question from the audience. Will you please thank Robert Plant and
Sorry
Jimmy
we don't
Page?
respond to all those.
Robert Plant and
Sorry
Jimmy
we don't
Page.
respond to all those.
Oh, you mean frying tonight?
Frying Tonight. It's one of those lines that has gone, it's bigger than Carry On Screaming, it's bigger than the Carry On series. It's like Play It Again Sam. Where's that from? Not everyone will know, but they'll know the phrase Play It Again Sam.
People often mention Frying Tonight. I think they liked it because it was such a well-known phrase. And then to see it applied to Kenneth Williams in that condition, I think it was just too much.
Frying tonight! Ah!